to have Aloy in a fighting game, a Bloodborne hunt. Oh, nobody else in the gaming industry can pull this off besides PlayStation and Nintendo. So what's going on, Herman? Herman, I know you're new, but chop chop, my boy. Friends, it's been a hot minute since we've had like a fleshed out video, and it's been even longer since we've had some imagination, some dreaming, spice a little uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? I've been spitting way too many facts lately. I'm tired of that to an extent. Alright, so PS5 is coming. Oh, bro. I'm not gonna make it. Are you good? I'm not gonna make it. Bruh. You won't believe it. I got corona. Wait, you got what? I got corona. No. I just hope we're alive for it. Shit. Jokes aside, I think this pandemic will at least calm down by summertime. But I'm not positive what that's going to mean for next gen, right? No, to this day, when I'm recording this, we have not heard anything about delays or anything like that for the next gen consoles. So with that being said, I guess we can assume that it's still on time for holiday 2020. So if we talk about this gen very quickly, to be completely honest, I feel weird because many of the big first party IPs, I didn't finish. Bruh. Every time I start playing them, bro, I'm weird. I don't like mainstream. I don't like mainstream in general, not just like game, just in general. When I start playing them, my brain is like, bro, what are you doing? Like, leave these games for the birds, for everybody else. Play something else. It's just this weird mental blockage. If I'm able to get over that mental block, I enjoy them. I like them. I'm like, wow. But it's just that initial hurdle. It's like the hype irritates me. But I mean, that's just one part of the puzzle piece, whatever, right? I also love innovation. So when you talk about like a weird, different, odd game going on, you already have my attention. I'm already listening. Whereas when we talk about mainstream, you gotta kind of sell me on it. Because by default, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. This rolls into my main hope for the PlayStation 5 generation. Variety. We got a ton of single player stuff. Some were incredible, and I still love to this day, might be the greatest game of our lifetime. And then some are also on that scale, but don't interest me nearly as much. The good news is Herman Holst, the new head of Worldwide Studios, has basically said this is going to be happening moving forward, though. With that being said, let's get into this.
Population 7 billion. Six million,
Yes, the first game that I would die to see is Freedom Wars. One of the greatest games we have ever been able to be graced by from a gameplay standpoint. Period. The hunting genre has never had a blend of hack and slash and third-person shooter like Freedom Wars. It is a diamond in the rough. It is a my god. The thing with this is like Propacun. So if you guys know Freedom Wars at all, you know who Propacun is. He's a little bear, kind of like the mascot for this game. That man is still active on Twitter, right? So I have this theory back in 2016 about a Freedom Wars sequel, and without getting into the details, so I think I was like an 18-minute video. Whether the sequel comes, which I don't think it's coming, something that kind of has the soul of Freedom Wars, I believe is still out there in the works. Maybe. And then when I talk about Freedom Wars, I feel obligated to at least talk about Soul Sacrifice to an extent. And Soul Sacrifice is great. It would also really work on PS5. But something about Freedom Wars, man, they made Freedom Wars with the intention of having a worldwide appeal. So while Soul Sacrifice would definitely get a lot of people hyped and interested just because of how unique it seems and it looks, Freedom Wars, bro, I don't know. Something about it, man. And let's think about that idea, that concept of it was made with the intention of having a very good worldwide appeal. Monster Hunter World. That game has brought in so many newcomers into the Hunter genre. I've been in party chats with people who have never played a Monster Hunter, and they're like, dude, this is amazing. I need to go back and play the other ones. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? If the game that didn't really entirely try to pander to a wider audience, imagine if Freedom Wars came in the mix, and that was their intention. And like, it is a Hunter, but it doesn't exactly feel like it. You know, I really think Freedom Wars would go crazy on a PS5. Not only that, can you imagine a console version of Freedom Wars? We were constricted. Not really constricted because it worked. It feels really good on this system, but just can you imagine? Oh my god, bro, we gotta move on because I will just continue to fanboy. So let's get to the next one.
Do you, want to talk about it?
I'd rather not.
We got beaten by a burlap sack. It happened.
I just feel like for once I really let my guard down and you just steamrolled me.
Take it to HR, old man.
I knew you didn't care.
Last round was great.
You're a Naruto?
The thing she's into. That heavenly sword is poorly named.
We'll get him next time.
You're right. It's time to get back on the horse.
Oh,
I
sorry,
didn't
sorry,
see you
sorry.
there.
Okay, everyone. Break is over.
This next one is it's a trip. It's a freaking trip. Before my obsession with Freedom Wars, we had my utter and complete slavery towards a game called PlayStation Allstars Battle Royale. This may be the worst game that I've ever played that brought me the most fun and enjoyment in my life to this date. Period. It's pretty unbelievable what this game did to me, man. And it's almost as unbelievable as the potential that this game has on a next generation console. Let's think about this for a second, right? PS3 era is almost uncomparable to what this generation brought us for various reasons, but one of the big ones is the idea of attention on gaming. It hit its peak this generation. And I don't know, like, maybe I'm a bit delusional because this is the first generation where I've been locked into everything, right? Like, I'm talking about even if it's something that I'm not interested in the gaming industry, I'm still aware of it. I still got that on my radar. Whereas PS3 era, bro, I was blind. I didn't look at anything. I didn't keep up to date with anything. I just didn't really care that much. While it is just me, I still believe there's some truth in that, right? And so with that being said, the PlayStation IPs that were birthed during this era have more life than they've ever had before. More power, more drip. You know what I mean? So many things could be done with that. Do you know how many people would be so hyped to have Aloy in a fighting game? A Bloodborne hunt. Oh, Nobody else in the gaming industry can pull this off besides PlayStation and Nintendo. So what's going on, Herman? Herman, I know you're new, but chop chop, my boy. It's funny though, because Smash Ultimate is theoretically my first Smash game apart from Smash 64. And bro, while I'm so religiously with playing it in a sense, like if I don't know what to play, I just go to play Smash, right? And I'm trying to learn new characters. Not really learn new characters, because like I only play 8 out of the 60, and that's the problem. Whereas for Allstars, it was the exact opposite. Even if I didn't play them right away, I always looked at them, I saw how people played them, and they are so unique that you would be interested in playing them. I picked up Noriko later down the line, like I'm talking like late down the game's life cycle, because of just how cool she played and whatnot. Even though I wasn't a Heavenly Sword fan, I still enjoyed playing her so much. Like, bro, all they gotta do is put more than 5 minutes of effort into this game versus what they did in the first game, and it's selling like hotcakes. It sells itself. My God. Last thing that we gotta address this. There will be, I repeat, there will be no slander allowed in the comment section for this game. I know how you Smash dudes like to talk smack. Unless you sunk in a similar amount of ungodly hours that I have, you're not allowed to say anything. Because once you sunk it in so as much as I have and other people like me, you can actually give meaningful feedback, right? I'm not taking it. Do I need to say much? You know, like it's my brand, it's my sauce, it's my drip, it's what the world needs. The monkeys are still a very iconic mascot for Sony. Like you see them here and there, whatnot. And recently, there has been so much developments in this space. They tweet every day. They made a new Twitter account and they tweet every day. So I have a video about that. We go more in depth and really look at what all the stuff has happened. So go watch that instead of me, you know, repeating myself here. But what I gotta say is this barely is a dream, guys. This is barely a dream. This is happening. There will be a Ape Escape game in the PS5 generation. You heard it here first. Think about it for a second. Ape Escape, it's lasted just about the whole life cycle of PlayStation. This is the only gen that it kind of missed the ball a little bit. We didn't get anything, but this is also the gen where they set up all these new things, new Twitter, new blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff that I talk about in my older video, right? So it's coming back. Wait on it.
Central Command to Avalon 1. Priority broadcast. Over. This is London calling. Avalon 1. Are you still out there? No matter, I suppose. Not now. Darkness is coming. If I close my eyes, I can almost feel it. It swept through Europe from the east. It left no country untouched. It left no army intact. It left nothing. No survivors. No refugees. No bodies. In Italy, I heard they called it the Deathless Plague. An invincible wave that no bullet could stop. The Russians called it the Angry Night. We just know it as the Chimera. Central Command, out. Honestly, last but not least, this is actually very applicable, right? Because I don't
play FPSs. I've honestly fallen out of that genre. I just can't. And PS3 era was different. I was playing Killzone, I was playing Resistance. I would take a Killzone for PS5 as well, honestly, but I honestly also feel like it's about to come no matter what. That's kind of why I didn't put it in this list. And we've just not really seen of Resistance at all. I feel like we've gotten, well, I mean, yeah, this gen we did get Killzone, so we just really need Resistance back though. This kind of comes back to what I said at the beginning of this video about mainstream. Resistance and Killzone are those quality FPSs that aren't as highly regarded, especially not now. Every iteration was pretty heat, but undeniably 1 and 3 top 2, maybe 1 is number first, 3 as second, number 2 I don't even remember Resistance 2. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not that iconic. 1 was just amazing with the gunplay. 3 just added so many cool features, right? 2 is just very forgettable. Overall, though, this is a series that needs to come back, bro. From the uniqueness of the guns, the skills, the story even, bro. It's just such a breath of fresh air from what we're typically used to, in my opinion. Because at this point, bro, I'm good off Call of Duty. Like, overall, I've given it so many tries. Warzone I might like just because it's, you know, battle royale, but past that, bro, I'm good off of Call of Duty probably forever. So with that being said, that's about the 4 top games I would love to see on the PS4 genre. Drop your 4 in the comments below. Let's see what's going on. Like I said, I think a lot of you guys are going to agree with my list, with this 4 that I have, as like just very key games that if they saw next generation light, they would just go insane. You know, from a consumer perspective, like just seeing it, and from what they would actually be, you know, the development, the games themselves, I think they would just be amazing to be blessed by next generation power. You know what I mean? Especially things like Freedom Wars and Allstars. Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, like I said earlier, if you enjoy this video. We gotta do more of these videos where we're, you know, not following trends or anything like that. So let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. But other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.